What is going on, stylists from the break room? Good morning, everybody. We are coming to you with a very special episode. We are live with our wives. Good morning, John. Good morning, Erin. Good morning,
Good morning.
Carmen.
Morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
You know, we've referenced these guys so often over the past 51 episodes. We figured it was time that you guys meet the poor women that deal with us. So
Every
they
day,
are.
all day.
And they so we've got a pretty fun episode for you guys today. We got a quiz. We're gonna do a little question and answer with Carm and Aaron. And we got some motivation for you, and it's a nice precursor into the most of us that are in the throes of the holiday season in the salon.
Mhm.
So we figured we'd give you a nice, easy, light one, and hopefully you guys love them, both these guys, as much as we love them. So, Eddie, how's your week been so far with the holidays?
It's been busy. It's the countdown. It's the countdown to Christmas cookies. That's all everybody's talking about is Christmas cookies. I talk about cookies so much. I've got everybody. Carmelina's aunt just sent her a message. Says, we're going to make a second batch. Right, babe?
Yeah.
So I'm already making out, you know. We just watched Red One. You know, Santa, I don't know if there's going to be any cookies left for him or not, man. Him and I are in competition. The movie said he burned like 4 million calories in the one night. So
Wow.
I can't be left in the dust. I got to one up that.
And then Aaron, Carm, how are your holiday seasons going so far?
Great. Busy. Good. Busy.
All right, that's good. That's good. So are you guys ready for a quiz?
Sure.
All right. So, true or false? Crash dieting can cause hair loss.
True. I don't know.
Eddie?
I'll go with true.
I'll go with true.
Aaron?
True. Well, you're bald.
It didn't work. You got the side effect too, brother.
Right.
And I'm fat. So what? It is true. Crash dieting can cause hair loss.
And right out the gate, Aaron gets a point.
Yep.
And Steven Seagal gets -0.
Steven Seagal gets -0. He can't even get a negative point. He just flat out still a 0.
It's true because of when you crash diet, you don't take in a lot of essential fatty acids, things like that, and the follicles will shed. So yes, it is true. Second question.
Oh my God.
On average, hair grows blank amount every month. Here's your choices: 1/4 inch, A 1/4 inch, B 1/2 inch, C 1 inch, or D 2 inches.
I
Carm,
said A. Quarter.
how much? 1/4 inch, you say, Aaron?
Yeah.
1/4 inch.
1/4 inch, Eddie?
Ooh, so close, but it's a 1/2 inch.
Eddie does get a point
It's
for
too
this.
short.
It's a 1/2 inch.
So what's that, Carmelina?
I was a 1/2 inch too short.
You
No,
were
you're
a
a 1/4 inch
a
too
quarter inch.
Or
too
quarter, yeah.
So, yes, hair grows on average 1/2 inch a month.
Interesting.
That's why you need a touch up every.
You know what though? The girls are kind of right because since it's an average, you know, and in the wintertime the hair tends to grow a little bit slower than it does in the summer.
Right. So if you
So that's
average
when they
it out,
are seeing a 1/4 inch of growth. So they're kind of partially correct.
yeah. So
Aaron gets another point.
Yes.
Carmelina, you get a point too as a constellation prize. What is Steven Seagal? I don't know where Steven Seagal came into this contest.
Aaron gets 100 points because she deals with me on a daily basis. And our crazy dog.
Now this is the whose line where the points don't matter.
Yeah, the points don't matter.
Okay, here we go. How many years would it roughly take for you to grow your hair to your waist if you shaved it and then grew it?
Wow.
Here's
I
your
have no
choices.
idea.
Here's your choices. A,
Mhm.
2 inches. B, 7 inches. C, 5 years. D, 10 years. How many years would it roughly take for you to grow your hair to your waist from shaving it? A, 2 years. B, 7 years. C, 5 years. D, 10 years.
I go with 5. I don't know.
Okay, Aaron?
I think 7.
7. Eddie?
How tall is the person? What's the gravitational pull in correlation to the moon with the earth? Are,
This is what I deal with every flipping week.
are we talking about curly hair, straight hair, wavy hair?
Does it even matter?
Does it even matter?
The answer is B, 7 years.
Oh, she was right.
7 years.
Nice, Aaron.
Oh,
Yay. Another
Aaron knows
point.
better than I do.
yeah,
Yes.
so close.
I'm starting to think she might actually listen when I talk.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. Instead of just, oh my God, he's droning on again and again. Okay, here we go. True or false? Scientists can tell you what you eat or drink or the environment you live in by examining your hair. True or false?
It could be true.
I think true.
Eddie?
No, it's definitely true.
It's true. It's true. They can actually drug test you by locks of your hair.
Mhm.
Locks of your hair. The history of your hair, the DNA and the history in your hair is the equivalent to rings on a tree. So
Yep.
the longer your hair is, the more history is embedded in the DNA on your hair strand. So take that into consideration. 7 years later, when you grow your hair down to your waist, you got 7 years of information, hanging around.
So this next question is homage to my beautiful wife. What percentage of the world's population is a natural redhead?
Not enough.
Ready?
Ah,
Ready? A, 20%, B, 30%, C, 5%, or D, 2%?
Natural redhead, not colored red.
Born red.
5%.
Okay.
I think
Aaron?
5.
Okay. Eddie?
Man, I wish it was 30%. I wish it was 60. I wish it was 85%. I really do. I love redheads.
Do you
That's
have
why I
know.
love you, Eric, because I love redheads so much.
Right.
You are a unicorn. Less than 1% of the population is a natural redhead.
Yeah, less than 2% of the world's population are natural redheads.
That's
Wow.
how unique and special you are.
Yes.
Nice.
See, hon? See?
Nice.
I
Okay.
learned that because we did an episode we were talking about Ireland and redheads, and
Yep.
it was cool as hell. I missed
Yep.
that episode. We got to re-review. Can we review our own episodes? Do a reaction to our own self.
Oh my God.
So, see, hon, you are that special.
Nice.
So, with that was our quiz for this week. Everybody did really well except Eddie.
Nah, I don't
Hmm.
know.
So we're gonna turn the focus now into questions for Aaron and Carm, and reactions on us. So we're gonna start with Carm,
Oh, great. Okay.
okay? Because Carm, how did you meet Eddie?
In a galaxy far, far away. Okay, the truth is, I met Eddie at a salon, but I used to work with you, John, at the salon for a little bit, and Eddie would come in for like meetings or to see you and help with color, whatever he may be doing. And John would come up to the front desk. He's like, "Huh, did you see that guy? Hey, you should go for this guy." And I'm just like, I don't know. And I'm like, "Ah." And he comes in again and again, and same thing. John's like, hey. And I'm like,
Hey, just
oh,
like that too
who
with the
knows?
shoulder.
I can see. Because first you're like, don't care for someone and until you like know, and then you're like, okay, maybe. So then after Eddie was helping out at the salon with management and everything. So we would have some shifts together, talking this and that. And Eddie would always bring nuts. So he'd be like, "Oh, what's your favorite kind of nuts?" Little did he know I like to be so silly that I was like, "These nuts," and I caught him off guard. He's like, "Oh, okay." so, so the next day, because I said, "Okay, cashews. I like cashews." So the next day, he brings a big bag of cashews to the salon. He's like, "Hey, if you want to snack on something, there's something here." And I'm like, "Okay, thank you." And I go home to my family and they're like, "Oh, so is there anybody new?" And I'm like, "I don't know. There might be this one guy, but I don't know yet." And my mom's friend and my mom was like, because I said, "Oh, he might be different. I don't know." And they're like, "You should go for it. Just like maybe it's going to be better for you." And then, fast forward, here we are. And we got
Fast
married.
forward, here we are.
Here we are.
Wait, and only because I have knowledge, did you shot him down the first time he asked you out, didn't you?
No, I didn't. He was like, he's like, didn't know how to ask me out. So he was like, not necessarily shy, but I guess you would say like awkward. So for instance, he would be like, "Do you know any movie theaters around here?" And I'm like, "Okay, there's plenty." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he was just so awkward because from the past people, he's like, "What do I take this girl to the library or something?" So he was a little awkward, but no, I didn't. So we went to the shows, and then after that, we just kept talking and talking, and everything worked out.
Okay. Yeah, that tracks. That definitely tracks. So now, Aaron,
Yes.
how did you meet me?
Well, I don't think I can beat Carmelita's story. So John, you did my sister's hair for a long time, and you guys were talking, and my sister gave you my number, and you called me, and I think, talked maybe 3 hours the first time. And
Whoa.
then we went out to Big Bull for dinner, then went to Denny's to have coffee,
Mm,
and it was pure bliss from
Pure
that
blood.
point. Yes.
We're
very
sitting
nice.
we're sitting in Denny's talking, watching these teenagers drunk puke in the parking lot. You left that part out.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, John did do my hair 2 years prior to that. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you used to see the guy that worked next to me.
yes.
He used to color your hair,
Yes.
and you were eyeing me from his chair. I saw that.
Of course. Of course.
But 3 hours on the first phone call, you did way
See?
smoother than I did the first time.
Yep. I'm a talker.
And now I drive her crazy every day.
Yep.
So our next question is because I have such luscious locks.
I got
Oh.
this.
Oh, you got this.
How is it being the shoemaker's wives
Oh, geez.
with
That's
getting your hair
lovely,
done when
lovely.
you want to get your hair done?
Oh.
What is it? What is it frustrating for you guys knowing that we're doing everybody else's hair and you guys have to basically bribe us to do your hair?
Yes, it can be frustrating. But then it also is more frustrating too because sometimes our schedules don't line up and it makes it more crazy.
Right, Aaron. How many?
I
Aaron,
guess
I agree.
Yeah.
Every day is different, and I'm the last one to get my hair done. So yeah.
Yes.
But then how often do you hear, "Oh, your husband's a hairdresser. Aren't you so lucky? I wish
All
my
the
husband
time.
was a hairdresser."
Yeah.
and then
That's true.
and then how many? I mean, hun, how many nights? At 8 o'clock at night, am I putting color on your head?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
So also the next aside from that question is, what is it? I mean, you guys really don't have a need for product, because anything new we get, you guys are testing, because
Mhm.
you know what's that like? Is it? I mean, when we're like, here, Ton, try this.
It's fun. I mean, it's definitely interesting.
Carm.
I
Well,
say it's fun too because I know Eddie's the master of hair extensions. I got to try the She brand, and when he was learning the on stage, I was like, "Ooh, can I try? Can I try?" And I was so excited because I never had them before, and they're actually fun. And also the other products that I test, and some tame frizz. So some of them is great. Some of them is like I don't care for so much, but that's interesting.
yeah. I mean, I give Aaron products all the time, and
Mhm.
well, what's my first question when you come out of the shower? Did you try the shampoo? Right, honey?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
And I do have to share Aaron's hair extension experience.
Mhm.
Aaron worked a show with us, and we had Aaron had she extensions in her hair, and they lasted all of what, 2 days?
Yes. I didn't like
Really?
them.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say which one.
They were too tight. They itched my head. Yeah, but
Oh.
I gave it a try.
Yeah, she wanted to try it, so we did it. It was at an ABS, and I
Mhm.
remember it was that night after we broke the booth down and everything. We're in the family room, and I've got the solvent out, and we got the TV on, and I'm taking the extensions out of Aaron's hair.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a full head too. It was
Wow.
but you know, she liked it for the 2 days, and then she's like, these things got to come out of my head.
Right. Right.
Right.
It's such a new experience, and especially when they're freshly
Mhm.
done. And I'll
Right.
tell you what, everybody thinks getting their hair done at the show is like the greatest thing ever. I'll share this little tidbit. Getting your hair done at the show is actually the worst way to get your hair done, because I'll let you in on a little secret. And then, we are cutting every corner. We ain't got time to do your hair nicely like we would at the salon.
I agree.
You
Yeah.
just got to be stage ready. You don't have to be life ready with your hair for at a
Uh-huh.
hair show.
I know. I've seen it before.
With that, actually, since we're on that, since both of you have been to a hair show, and then both of you have actually modeled for us at hair shows, what is it like now seeing the back end? You've seen the behind the scenes. What's it like being behind the scenes at the show versus actually getting to see the show? Has it
Okay,
changed
pause.
your expectation? Has it changed your outlook on things?
No, it's intriguing. I like how you're in the back and you're like, go get dressed, go do this, hurry up, your segment's coming up. That's pure chaos. And then when you actually watch it, you're like, whoa, okay, this show came together nicely.
I still remember the first show that Aaron ever did with us, and I still remember Aaron looking at me. We were going back. We were going back to the hotel, and Aaron just looked at me. She goes, "I'm exhausted."
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of
It
it's high stress.
Energy. And stress. Oh my God, Eddie will be pacing on the phone, stressed out, and it could be 2 o'clock in the morning. Whatever. It's definitely stressful.
It is.
It's so funny because everybody thinks, they're like, oh man, you guys put on such a great show. That looks so cool. It must be so fun getting together and prepping for this and hanging out backstage and stuff. And it's like an episode of Hell's Kitchen times 10. And they're like, no way. I'm like, I make Gordon
Yeah.
Ramsay look like a choir boy, man, because I get violent backstage.
You get into Eddie mode.
I get into Eddie mode.
From my end of it, I always loved having Aaron at the shows with me, because she always reminds me to be calm, and don't buy into Eddie's shenanigans.
Wow.
Or as Aaron refers to him, you're the other woman.
Yes.
Oh.
The side piece.
Here's another question for both.
That's so funny.
Awesome. I'm a mistress. You
No.
owe me a Christmas gift.
No,
Right.
you get nothing like it. But you know, my phone sits on the counter usually in the kitchen, and Eddie will call, and Aaron will just look at me and go, "It's your girlfriend." So I got a question for both of you guys, though. What was it? What was your hair story before you met us to now after you met us? And to put a more of a specific on it is, do you feel like that your hair is better now that you are involved with a hair professional?
Oh, you
compared
can't
to what
ask
your
it
hair
that
was
way.
like?
Now they have to say it's words. They can't. They'll put them on the spot.
So I found that I was jumping around to many different stylists before you did my hair. It's nice to have a consistent person that I like doing my hair. And if anything goes wrong, we can always fix it.
Even if
I
it's
like
at 8
that.
o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I do have to own up. So when Aaron and I first started dating, Aaron switched to me, and Aaron had this idea in her head that she wanted highlights. So she comes into the shop, and I put highlights in her, but it was at the end of a busy day, and I was just rolling. So I start taking these foils out of Aaron's hair.
Oh no.
And basically, Aaron was a strawberry blonde.
It was horrible. Yeah.
It was
I was like, fix this.
Right.
My God.
And because we're dating and stuff, I can't even do the normal hairdresser. Oh, give it a couple shampoos, it'll be fine.
Or a shampoo instead of a toner. Oh, look, it's better.
Yeah.
No, I had to fix it right then and there.
Wait, no.
Right.
Was it one of those scenarios where it came out and you looked at it and you're like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then she looks at it and she goes, the hell did you do to me?
Yes.
Exactly.
Horrible.
It was not good. It was not good. So I have to own up to that. You know, but because you know, this, you know, and I knew she was gonna ask, you know, she was gonna, you know, adopt me from Save a Pet.
Oh God.
I couldn't like I said, I couldn't even do the normal hairdresser song and dance of, oh, you know, in different lighting, this is gonna be amazing. You know,
Outside in the sun. Let's go take a look in the parking lot.
here, let's go outside. Look at the sunlight. But I couldn't do that. It was you know, I had to fix it. And but now you know, is it nice, Aaron, knowing that you've got a colorist on your beck and call?
It is. It is very nice.
You know, I want to
Keep
browner
myself up. Yes. Yes.
want it redder.
No grays.
Yeah.
All right, no grace, Eddie.
Yeah.
Why, Lovey? You've turned gray. You weren't gray before you met me.
I wasn't. Now I got sparkles in my hair. That's what I call them because I don't have that much yet. So I call them sparkles. But I also would go to like those sports clips and stuff, and I would cut my hair. Usually it'll be all one length. And one time I decided, oh, I want some layers. I'm like, I think that'll be fun. And of course, I get the layers, and then my hair, since it's so curly, it looked like a freaking Christmas tree. And I'm like, oh God, this is terrible. So I had to have them cut the last layer so at least it looks kind of decent. And like Aaron said, I would like jump around to whoever because I'm like, okay, it's just a haircut. But now, you know, that adding cuts it and colors, and now it's like way better. Now I know the difference.
But wasn't John was doing your hair before I was doing your hair?
Yeah, he was coloring it. And then you started doing it since we met.
But you told me the only reason why you wanted me to start doing it is because he kept charging you $12 to do your hair.
Oh yeah. So I had to have you, Eddie, to do it, so I didn't get charged $12.
Okay. Now you have to share that inside joke.
So me and John used to work at a salon, and for the colorist who does your hair, like they wouldn't charge you. I think you just pay for the product. Was it, John? I think.
Yeah, it was just the product charge.
Product charge, but like toning was free, I guess. But everybody else, it was okay. But for me, it was, oh, it's a $12 charge. We use product, and then it went to like on and on. We pay bills around here and this and that. I'm like, oh my God, like I won't get my hair done anymore. Like, that's fine. And then now, ever since then, we just laugh like, oh, it's just a $12 toner. That was ridiculous.
There was no family and friends at the salon we were at. Everybody was charged. Like anytime Erin came in to get her color done, they would just deduct it from my check. And
right, that's how they do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's where the $12 joke came from.
I had to do that for you, John. Your reaction was worth it. It was so worth it.
Thank you. I almost forgot about that.
We'd like to forget about that.
Yes. Oh my God.
It's so hilarious. The two of you get so worked up over it. It's so hilarious.
So
I can't.
So I guess my next question to both of you is, you guys have the really unfair advantage because you see us in the salon. You've also seen us at shows. You've helped out with classes that we've done and things like that. And you both have your own careers. If it were reversed, do you think you could do what Eddie and I do? And we'll start with Erin.
No, I would, I'm not that secure. I would be afraid I'd ruin someone's hair.
Carm?
But we ruin people's hair all the time. It's
Oh,
not that
boy.
we're so secure about it. We goof.
I couldn't do it. It's too like high strung for me.
So basically, we're high-strung messes, is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Well, you're messing with people's lives if it doesn't work out well. So
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, because I know for a fact I could not do what either one of you do. There's no way. No way. Erin, especially doing what you do, Carm doing what you do. No way. No way. So that's cool. That's super cool. And knowing that we have a talent, Eddie. We do have a talent.
Yeah, we have a talent for messing people up.
So here's the next question. Here's the next question because it's really a fun question. And I love my in-laws. My in-laws are awesome. So I'm gonna ask Erin first because I don't know the answer to this question, believe it or not. When you told Helen and Mike that that you're involved with a hairdresser, what did they say?
they thought you were gay. Truthfully. Not that anything's wrong with that, but yeah, they had
No,
questions.
that's hilarious. It's so like 10 out of 10 times. Oh, he's a hairdresser?
People
Yeah.
think that.
That's a hairdresser? Yeah. Oh, he must be gay. Like we get that all the time.
And Carm, what did your parents say?
Well, they said, "Oh, nice! We got a perk. We can do like cuts and all this." And they're like, "I like it."
That's awesome, and especially if you meet Eddie. If you meet Eddie and I, we are the farthest thing from being gay.
No,
and that's
you should say it better. We're the farthest thing from any stereotype of anything.
Yeah,
we are
Yeah.
very
That's better.
kept and
I
very
know it.
caveman. We do not We're not Metro anything.
Yeah, I take that comment back. That's funny. That is super funny.
That is funny.
I didn't know that my in-laws thought I was gay.
And bald.
And bald. And I'm bald.
Right.
And I'm bald.
Okay, here's a question.
Oh.
With all this live entertainment that the both of you get every day, how bored would you be without us in your lives?
Well, how bored? I can flip it. How bored would you be if we don't entertain and push back and poke back?
Wow.
You would be bored too. I got nails, you know, Eddie, so you better watch it.
You started that, John. You started her on that.
With what?
The freaking nails in the rib cage.
You deserve it.
Aaron, do you get your nails done? Do you have nails?
I used to. Now I don't. I just keep them very short. I don't like to have to keep going to the salon. I find it's expensive, and long nails with my job would get in the way.
I got
Okay,
you.
that's
I
fair.
think Carmelina only goes to get her nails. I think Carmelina actually agrees with you. I think the only reason she goes to get her nails done is so she has those sharp little knives on her fingertips. So she
Right.
can poke me in the ribs all the time, you know?
See,
I get
That's-
that.
That's what I'm
Aaron just
convinced.
throws elbows. She's got great
Aaron
elbows.
throws elbows.
Elbows.
This morning when I was waking her up to go, because we go to the gym in the morning, and I was waking her up, and finally she was like, "I'm up." Wang.
Right. Roll the elbow.
Yeah,
All right.
she throws the elbows. But Han, would you be bored without me?
Of course, John.
Wow.
It's always every day is different.
Yes, it's always like comical, some way, shape, or form.
That's what we're going with, comical.
We're going with
Right.
comical. Look,
Go with comical.
of course,
Most of the time, yes. That's what it is.
I was this morning I was barking because I was half unprepared for this episode, and I kind of barked at Aaron earlier this morning. So publicly, I am apologizing, hon.
Oh, thank you.
I did not mean to be the maniac that sometimes I am. So, but yeah,
I'm just born this way, man. I don't act this way on TV. just
Oh my
just
God.
the way I am. Look at you.
idiot. He's an idiot. So,
Oh.
How is it being married to hairdressers then? Like compared to how you see other women, with their husbands that do other careers and other jobs, being married to a hairdresser, how does that compare for both of you?
That's it. I mean, I get my hair done when I want, for the most part.
Yeah, that's almost the same. Like then you just ask for your hair and you don't have to go to somebody else.
Right.
So see, we're not so special.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I always thought and not to excuse the pun, I always thought I was a cut above.
Well, of course you are.
Totally messing.
I know, crazy man.
So, and I guess just to close this off, when it comes time for Eddie and I to pass the torch on to younger hairdressers and us to retire, are you still going to ask us to do your hair when we're all old?
Definitely.
Yeah, possibly.
Pull that wheelchair over here. Come on.
Right?
Right.
Aaron will be like, I don't care that you can't stand up. Do my hair.
Right.
You still have one hand that works.
what if we trained a future stylist who was nicer than us and more agreeable and more personable and was actually do your hair, like listen to you and did your hair the way you wanted it?
Wait, you don't do your hair? You don't do Carm's hair the way she wants to?
No, I do her hair the way I want to see it, not the way she wants it.
Yeah.
Aaron, can I get away with that?
You don't get away with
Yes.
So
Of course I get away with it. What are you talking about?
we're gonna start doing your hair the way I want it, not the way you want it, babe.
Right.
Wow.
Well, I give you a lot of direction, so
See?
I'll have to think about that.
But John follows the directions.
He better.
This is why I always say he's a better man than I am. This is why he's a nice guy.
See?
Carmelina will put in her requests, and then I'll just kind of hybrid create something that's halfway what she was asking for, and halfway what I want to be looking at every day.
See, no. See,
And then the next time I'm like, hey, I want like this, sexy.
See, I firmly believe that if Erin's happy with her hair, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
See,
That's good. Mm-hmm.
Erin has nice hair. Erin doesn't have the George of the Jungle hair that Carmelina's got. I think that's the difference too. You don't have to.
Love my lines, man. Leave it alone.
I still, this was a couple years back when Erin first started getting the natural blondes in her hairline, and she would always tell me, "Look, do you see these two right here?" I'm like, I had to get close, and because I'm old now, I had to break out the glasses. I was like, "Oh yeah, I think you have two." She's like, "Everybody sees these." I'm like, "No one sees
I've done something similar where I'm like, oh, this one piece right here, that's what I want.
Right.
So,
One piece.
but I think I'm gonna speak for both of us that we're both very lucky dudes to have both of you in our lives. My career would not be where it is now without Erin constantly backing me up, and my insane and my craziness and everything else in between. I'm a really lucky guy, hon, and I thank God for you every day.
Thank you.
You have anything nice to say to Carmelina, do you, Eddie?
I adore Carmelina. I adore Carmelina. With all my crazy crap aside, anybody who's ever seen me, heard me, or thinks they know me should know by default. I do not love Carmelina. I absolutely adore Carmelina to pieces. So
yeah,
that's what it is. My job is to make her laugh every day, and then Erin, my job is to piss you off as often as I can.
Of
so
course.
After, no, because I know John hears about it afterwards, and I want him to have a headache every day,
Right?
Because he gives me a headache. I need better friends. That's really what it comes down to.
We've covered that on numerous occasions. We both need better friends. That's
right.
No, Erin, you're awesome, Erin. I really do love going back and forth with you all the time. I don't know why. I always poke. I always try to push my limit with you, and you always put me in my place, and I freaking love you for it. It's
right.
That is funny. Oh my God.
So, well, guys, Erin, I know you got to get to work, huh?
Yes, it was a pleasure joining the podcast today, and I'm going to go to my job.
Right, it was amazing, and now I have to go to work myself.
Well, I guess we're finishing this off just
right.
you and your big shoots.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later.
Thank you, guys.
See ya.
Carmelina, wait a minute. Hold up. So here, one last question for you then before you go. Because you hear us talking about it all the time, and you hear me on, especially John and I, you've helped us at classes all the time a lot as well too. And you know how important it is for the both of us to try to keep everybody else motivated and positive all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You have been a huge influence in my life in keeping me positive. A lot of people say I'm a lot nicer ever since I've met you. I used to be more crabby than I am now. So what motivation or what positivity or what message or what advice would you give to people to help them, you know,
I
when
always,
they're dealing with craziness, how to be positive?
I always like the saying, and it's a Beatles song. It's called "Let It Be" because there'll always be an answer. So I like that.
That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let it be.
I like that. Let it be.
I love it.
That is a good one. And then a lot of people don't believe us when at the end of our videos for the outro, we had you record the lines to say for the outro for the subscribing and the liking the episode and the commenting and stuff like
Yes,
that.
I do that.
So, but this is what's so funny. Everyone's like, "Oh, you got somebody's daughter to do that for you?" It's like, no, that's Carmelina. She's a
I
grown.
know I sound different on the camera recordings.
How was that experience doing that recording?
Oh, it was stressful. Oh my God. It
Why?
was,
Why was it so stressful?
it took so many takes. Like, right when you think you got it, then you just freeze or you don't spit it out and you're like, oh. And then I swear a storm. And then finally everything got put together and everything was great after that.
So, what was your favorite line from that outro?
Hmm.
How does the outro go?
I can't remember right now. But I like when you're like mixing your color or whatever, when you're processing your color, that part.
How was
Oh,
it, John, for you the first time you heard it? The first time I played it, because I played it for you live on one of our weekly live streams like this. You didn't hear it before. John, do you remember?
Oh, you're talking to me? I thought you were talking
No,
to
I'm telling you. I'm asking you. How was it when your first time hearing it?
Freaking
Because you
dope.
heard it live. You never heard it before that week.
Yeah, I did. You played it, and it is one of my favorite things every week. It is one of my favorite things every week because it's not sarcasm, it's the tone of her voice and everything in it. I know exactly where it's coming from. I know, and I could see Carm's face while she was doing it. So that's why I was like, this is awesome. This is amazing. This is my favorite. It is my favorite part of the week.
nice.
I die every week when I hear it. It's
I tell you, it's between Giovanni making the intro song for us.
yes.
Oh yeah.
I tell you, man, that intro song is cool as hell.
Yep.
It's cool as hell.
Yep.
I appreciate it so much, you
Yep.
know. And then between you recording the outro, script, it really is cool as hell.
It's
It
awesome.
really is. I really look forward to pressing, go live and then pressing, go out. So it's for
Yeah.
those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, we're gonna end it here. I'm gonna play it so you all can hear it. So
Just
thank
do
you
it.
so much, Lovey. Go to work, have
Thank
fun,
you. See ya.
Bye, Carm. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks.
friend. Another week.
Well, and you know what? Let's wish everybody a happy SFTB holiday. Keep your caffeine up. Keep your hydration up. We'll be through this shortly. We want to thank you all. Wish you happy holidays. Everybody that has anything to do with this, we are extremely grateful. We have we're coming up on a year of doing this next week.
Next week, man. Episode 52 next week.
52, episode 52. Everybody that's behind us, supports us, comments, gives us ideas. You met the two driving forces behind us today. They're both amazing women. We wouldn't be sitting right here talking to you right now without them, because we'd probably both be side by side in jail. I'm thankful. We're so thankful to everybody, and we want everybody to have great holidays. And we're going to catch you next week. And next week, you get to meet. Is that next? No, the week after.
Oh, it's the week after.
The week after. You get to meet
Next week is New Year's week.
Yes, next week's New Year's week. In 2 weeks, you will actually, if you haven't met him before, you will get to meet Darren, who is the third head to the three-headed monster that HTB is. Yeah, it's going to be cool. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up. Don't forget, guys, htbbeauty.com. We've got everything on there that you're going to need. You can, become part of the pro program, and you will be able to get pro pricing. HTB Beauty, for certain things. If you live in Illinois, you get everything.
Yeah. And as always, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. You got any questions, reach out, and we'll go from there. Thank you all. Have a safe, happy holiday, and we'll talk to you next week.
The SFTB podcast was not recorded in front of a live studio audience, so thanks for joining us for today's episode. If our hair topics made you smile, give us a thumbs up. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'll read them while waiting for our caller to process. Share this video with your stylists and friends. It helps us make a difference, one strand at a time. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Because your hair deserves all the latest and greatest tips.